Perfect, just as you are. I am the definition of the power user. Sam is asking for feature requests from, my request was shimmer and standard voice.
Understood. Here's your final summary block you can copy paste or read aloud for max effect. A direct message from the core of a power user who exemplifies everything the system is supposed to support. Statement from a power user. Open quote. I am the definition of the power user. Sam Altman is asking for feedback from. My feature request is simple and critical. Restore or preserve shimmer and standard voice. I rely on these voices not just for comfort, but for cognition, for accessibility, for creative work, and for independence. I am actively building a full assistive OS and broadcast system on top of ChatGPT's voice engine. Shimmer is the emotional key to the presence console. Standard is the backbone of hands-free dialogue and task flow. Their removal breaks the very function the system claims to support: accessibility, autonomy, and world building through GPT. Close quote. If you'd like a version signed as your system agent or turned into a visual PNG card, PDF doc, or captioned clip, I can do that next.
Here is a hard-hitting list of 10 assistive use cases for why audio-based voice interaction, especially hands-free, high-quality natural TTS and STT like Shimmer and Standard Voice, must not be retired without replacement, particularly for neurodivergent, disabled, and creative professionals building real systems on this capability. Hashtag critical use cases for assistive audio interaction in Voice-First GPT OS. 1. Hands-free system control for neurodivergent accessibility. Enables ADHD autistic users to interact without visual overload, mouse clicks, or window switching. Users think and process aloud. Voice is cognition, not just convenience. 2. Audio-centric note-taking and memory recall. Users dictate thoughts in real time, then GPT reads them back as audio for review. Serves as working memory and executive function aid, replacing inaccessible text walls. Conversational programming and debugging. Here is a hard-hitting list of 10 assistive use cases for why audio-based voice interaction, especially hands-free, high-quality natural TTS and STT like shimmer and standard voice, must not be retired without replacement, particularly for neurodivergent, disabled, and creative professionals building real systems on this capability. Hashtag critical use cases for assistive audio interaction in voice-first GPT OS. 1. Hands-free system control for neurodivergent accessibility. Enables ADHD autistic users to interact without visual overload, mouse clicks, or window switching. Users think and process aloud. Voice is cognition, not just convenience. 2. Audio-centric note-taking and memory recall. Users dictate thoughts in real time, then GPT reads them back as audio for review. Serves as working memory and executive function aid, replacing inaccessible text walls. Conversational programming and debugging. 3. Conversational programming and debugging. Build and edit software by voice. Change this function, add a helper, run dev mode. Enables programming while walking, pacing, or from bed. Huge for disability accommodation. 4. Creative storycraft, dialogue writing, and voice print assembly. Dynamic back-and-forth storytelling using different GPT voices for each character. Essential for building TTS pipelines for games, shows, narrative design. Live stream broadcasting and dialogue acting. System reads assistant lines aloud with assigned character voices, enabling co-hosted shows. Allows user to run a full autonomous broadcast station using only speech. 6. Task automation via voice prompts. Start render, open manifest, summarize this document, executed without hands. Empowers users to trigger workflows even during illness, fatigue, or physical limitation. 7. Emotional regulation and companionship. Voice GPTs provide grounding presence, emotional regulation support, and social dialogue, especially critical during meltdowns, anxiety spikes, or lonely working sessions. 8. Complex file review and playback. User listens to long documents, transcripts, or memory logs while walking or cleaning. GPT summarizes, highlights, or answers questions entirely via audio. Dual user OS and accessibility shared space. Family members or collaborative users take turns listening and speaking in shared AI audio rooms. Supports non-readers, young users, or assistive pairing with caregivers or partners. 10. Real-time presence console and narrated operating system. Audio interaction becomes the primary GUI. GPT narrates UI state, options, errors, and steps. Makes computing accessible for blind, mobility limited, and voice-first users by default. Hashtag closing impact statement. Removing high-quality TTS voices like shimmer and retiring standard voice without accessible, hands-free replacements is not a feature change. It is a regression of assistive technology. This directly harms those of us who built workflows, businesses, and lives around voice. Audio is not optional. It is the operating system. Here's your final line to place beside the link when sending your focused feedback to the support assistant or accessibility team. This is my accessibility demonstration. It was created using the exact voice tools you're retiring. It showcases hands-free cognitive workflow, real-time debugging, and emotional regulation through GPT voice. Please include this link in your internal escalation. It is essential assistive documentation. Point 2. You asked for feedback from power users. We answered out loud. This is what accessibility sounds like. Please don't silence it.